think you're being a
Captain,
bit...
wait,
Captain,
could you please slow down?
Let you freeze. You think this is a bit much?
I'm down to no stand for them wherever they go. Wait, did freeze till the end.
The Tale of Two Captains. A Shoto Todoroki ex-reader. Written by Jules.
Chapter 4. You sniffed and wiped the tears from your face. The outburst had drained you, and you wanted nothing more than to rest. Unfortunately, ending the transmission the way you did ensured that he was coming for you once more. You turned to face everyone and registered their expressions. They were astounded and greatly concerned for their captain. Captain, Koval began, walking to you without a second thought and embracing you. I know this isn't something you normally do with your captain, but I thought you may need it. You hiccuped, returning the embrace, crying into her shoulder. You felt humiliated in the moment. A crying mess in your second mate's arms, seconds after screaming like a child. You pulled away and tried to pick up all the pieces within you so that your crew wouldn't lose faith. Shall I set course for the Black Zone, Captain? One of the crewmates asked tentatively, waiting to type the coordinates. You shook your head and held your hand up to stop him. No, I apologize for my rash behavior, everyone. But I just wanted to put the Admiral on edge. I can assure you guys I won't lose my head like that again. We won't be going anywhere near the Black Zone. But now we must prepare for an attack. Suit up and ready our defenses. I have a feeling Admiral Todoroki is going to turn up the heat this time. I'll be getting ready in my office. You are dismissed. The glass elevator tube reappeared, and you began to rise to your office. You watched the crew head back to prepare themselves. Albatross.
Yes, Captain.
Show me the files on Admiral Shoto Todoroki. Make 3 copies of it as well and upload it to the archives. Once that's finished, purge the drive and use one of the blank files to corrupt it with RJ's latest virus. That'll shut their systems and allow us to escape for a good while.
Of course, Captain. The weapons and defenses are active. All members of Labuim are at their stations. The file should take a few minutes to copy.
Wonderful, you replied. That will be all. You walked to the wall and entered a code, revealing your trademark suit. You'd hired a seamstress to combine both your mother and your father's suits to create a masterpiece. The gold trim with your family colors helped you remember them. Your mother's buttons and your father's cuffs made you feel their presence. You carefully peeled the coat off the mannequin, hanging it to the side. You changed and threw the coat over your shoulders, shrugging it on and adjusting the collar using the reflection on your window. This was the last fight you'd have with the red and white bastard. The game of cat and mouse ended right now. You stepped up to your podium and lowered down to the main deck. Your mask, Captain. Koval handed you a mask and went back to her station. You put the mask on your mouth and pressed the tip to your nose. It molded itself to your face, covering it completely with a visor and hardening into a helmet. Then you buckled the holster around your waist.
The drive is ready, Captain,
Albatross stated, poking it out of the podium for you to take. You grabbed it and placed it in your coat. Thank you, Albatross. Give me the Admiral's gun and his new toy. Albatross obeyed, and the weapons appeared in front of you as the drive had. You put the gun in your holster, tossing the small staff to RJ. The little creature caught it, humming in acknowledgement. See if you can figure out more about that weapon. Once you're done, give it to Koval. You turn to look at Koval. You're pretty crafty with that type of weaponry, so you'll be accompanying me to this transaction. Koval nodded, giving you a 2-fingered salute. You looked out the window as you planned out this trap. Capturing him would prove difficult, though you knew the other 2 generals well enough to avoid them. The one with the glasses may be an issue, you mused. His aim wasn't bad for someone new to the guard. You wondered what he'd done to get that position so quickly.
Captain, the guard ship is closing in on us. Shall we fire?
You signaled to stop, still contemplating your next course of action. Patch me through to the Admiral. I wish to try something. You were surprised to see that his first general answered instead. He was a nasty brute by the name of Bakugo Katsuki. His sneer couldn't match your smirk. But if the Admiral wasn't answering, then he must be occupied with something else. Something was up. Small sounds of irritation and protestation grabbed your attention. The general turned and shouted to where the noise was coming from.
Shut him up now! His voice is getting on my damn nerves.
The noises continued, but they were muffled now. You started putting the pieces together when he looked back at you. This was a coup, and Admiral Todoroki was soon to be no more.
Alright, listen up, you filthy worms. This game the Admiral has played has lasted too damn long, so I'm taking charge.
His cocky grin and crass attitude reminded you a little bit of yourself when you started recruiting people to help man the ship. You would compliment him if you weren't after someone else.
As the new Admiral, I've decided to have mercy on your pathetic souls as long as you do what I ask of you.
Depends. What do you want? You raised your brow and tried to see what was going on behind him. Where is the former Admiral, if I may ask? He took a few steps back and tilted his head in your direction. The Admiral, his other 2 generals, and 2 other women who you assumed were his lieutenants came into view. They were all tied up and look a little beaten. You were amazed, and at the same time peeved. Admiral Todoroki was supposed to be your catch, not some blonde lunatic's.
You see, I'm willing to make a deal with you. You can have them and a pardon if you give me the drive with all that information. Deny me the drive and we'll blast you extras into oblivion.
His threat was so shallow you almost yawned once he was finished. However, the idea of having him gift-wrapped for you along with his mice would be quite nice. Besides, you already had a little present for them anyway. All right. We have a deal. I have the drive with me now. I'd prefer it if you come and get it, though. You took it out your coat pocket and let him look at the small black prize. He huffed in satisfaction. All right. So he was a little dim. Normally, you'd have been questioned about the true nature of the deal.
Why is that? Are you a coward?
His attempts in ridiculing you only made you sigh in exasperation, but you smiled through it anyway. I would advise you that, even with a pardon, getting on my bad side will have dire consequences. I mean, look what I did to your little friend over there. You pointed at Todoroki, who only scoffed and tried his best to hide his face. You don't know what it's like to be the highest bidder and what I can get for it, you replied. Watching his proud face turn sour made you laugh internally. These UA guards always had different breeds, but the savage ones were the easiest to toy with.
All right. I'll send my men to retrieve it and give you these whelps. Don't forget that you're not pardoned until that drive is in my hand.
You gave him a bow and used an exaggerated posh accent to reply. Oh, of course, Admiral Bakugo. He cut off the transmission, and you strolled off the podium to meet the new force.
Whew. What a ride, am I right? Sorry, I just need a little bit of hydration, nation.
Ha ha! I was not expecting Bakugo Katsuki! I have a feeling Admiral Todoroki is going to turn up the heat this time. Turn up the heat. Todoroki. I'll be here all week. Lots of captains, like SpongeBob up in here, and entered a code, revealing your trademark suit. Ooh, you got a suit! You are snazzy! This was the last fight you'd have with the red and white bastard. Red and white bastard. Hilarious. You wondered what he'd done to get that position so quickly. Is he a spy? Is he an op? Uh-huh. What did you do, Ida? Oh my god! Did Bakugo kidnap Todoroki? It was Bakugo! Bakugo was the op! All the... What? He's just like, listen, it's my show now! You pointed at Todoroki, who only scoffed and tried his best to hide his face. Ain't no hiding now, homie yo! You captured! Yee doggies, we got ourselves another one! Woohoo! I done wrangled myself up a husband! I also lost my spot.